What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the 8th episode of Moriarty the Patriot. This one's titled A Study in S Act 1, which is a reference to Study in Scarlet, the original Sherlock story. And yeah, I'm fairly certain this episode is going to be focused, I'm not sure about entirely on Sherlock and his side of things, but it seems, based on the preview from last time, that Moriarty didn't really factor into it at all. There wasn't a single screen of Moriarty or anyone from our side that we've been following in this entire preview. So I imagine we'll be obviously building up Sherlock and Hudson and Watson and everyone revolved around that. As to what we're actually doing, I don't know. I guess maybe with the original A Study in S storyline, maybe we're going to be recreating that in our own way. I don't know. As soon as I see the words Rach, I will know that we are actually going along with those that plotline, because it's a very iconic moment. Anyway, yeah, last time we concluded the Noetic Act 2, which saw Blitz Enders being very visibly shown to be a murderer, and as such, everyone on the ship acknowledged that, including the commoners, more importantly. When they were throwing his body off the ship, what's his face? What was his name? Thomas, that was his name. Moriarty offers to help, just cover this up, and we'll act like it didn't happen, because exactly what I expected. This wasn't very a public display, and wouldn't provide the, using London as its theatre as Moriarty initially planned. So, they throw him into the ocean, but to avoid the sound of the splashing waves and of him being caught, Moriarty bumps into him, and that's what the bump meant. I knew there was a reason for the bump. I was waiting for it to come back later on, but no, that was the main reason for it there. And Fred disguises himself as Thomas so that they can get Blitz exactly where they want him to be, repeatedly stabbing the body, and then raise it up into the middle of the ballet performance. Well, maybe not in the middle of the ballet performance, but during not an intermission, but getting ready for the next part of the ballet. And visibly is shown stabbing over and over again. Those who are just onlooking, thinking he just murdered that man. But Sherlock is shown to come back into the scene to try and apprehend Blitz. But notices that the body isn't as fresh as it should be, considering it was just stabbed. It's a bit too old. Ultimately, Blitz goes up the ship's mast in an attempt to escape, which I don't know what his plans was there. Realistically, that's not going to be good enough. I mean, you're going to have to come down eventually, because you won't have the physical strength to hold on, and you're probably going to kill yourself in doing so, but yeah, whatever. He's panicked. Of course, he's not going to make rational decisions, in which... what's his face? Sebastian, with a silenced rifle, shoots at the mast to make him fall off, and he goes plunging into the ocean. And yeah, we get that full introduction from Sherlock Holmes finally, and now I guess we're going to be seeing... I don't know if it's his perspective on this event, or if we're just going to be building up Sherlock as a character, and by going through another case, because... with Scarlet Eyes, we built up Moriarty and how he got to the situation he's in. Maybe with A Study in S, which is going to have an Act 2 next week, obviously, because this one's called Act 1. I guess we're going to be building up Sherlock as a character for those who probably have not heard of Sherlock. Although, if you've not heard of Sherlock, where have you been? I mean, there's been plenty of modern adaptations to have that be a factor. So you should know who Sherlock is. Maybe more acquainted with some of his more iconic works and the type of person he is, perhaps, is the main purpose of this. And if the anime is doing its own spin on him, maybe, again, that's a reason why we need a lengthy introduction to who he is as a character. So, as per usual, these are time-based format reactions. Bottom left of the screen, you're going to see the time for the episode. I'll count you down, 3, 2, 1, play. Then on play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. Watch this one on Funimation as per usual, since that's who's licensed it this season. We have, was it the Bandai Visual logo? Yep, Bandai Visual, and then Funimation for around about 11 seconds of logos. I'll call them out as I go past. You can also use screen flash on my face or the mic to tell when the scenes are transitioning as well. So, Because this is a split core show, by the way, we will be getting part 2 of Moriarty the Patriot, essentially, in April 2021, the spring season. Since this is a multi-core show, and I am going to be transitioning to including picture-in-picture reactions as a form of this channel, more details coming, hopefully, maybe Wednesday is when I'd like to get that video out. This show will also be backdated with the picture-in-picture versions when we get around to it, so look forward to that in the future. Anyway, with all that said, let us get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. There's Bandai Visual. And Funimation. Cheers to that. Here we go. Long fade in, okay. Let me guess, we're in Baker Street. 221B Baker Street. Oh boy, Miss Sutton. Visibly younger than most adaptations, but Japan. Wow. Stab. Oh, right, okay. And this is going to be his introduction to Watson, I believe. Yep, completely different person. I love it. Yep. Okay. Find a flatmate, split the rent. Yep. All these things are consistent. Just so happens I have someone coming back from Afghanistan. I love this OP. I think this is going to be the only time we ever see Moriarty this episode, though. Alright. Back in the... Study next act 1. Oh, yeah? Okay, slightly different. Oh, God. Yep, out. When I make it big. Yeah, no. Wow. Oh, boy. Oh boy. Don't anger Mrs. Hudson. Well, I have a friend. Here we go. Here we go, the introduction. I'm really interested in the Sherlock Watson dynamic here. I'm really interested to see how this goes. Sherlock performing some kind of experiment right now. Holy shit. It's not going to be how you think, but... Doctor. Wow. It's not his blood, probably. Cat blood, yep. He was in the middle of an experiment. Okay. Wow, okay. That's very handy. Watterson, okay, that's how they're pronouncing it, okay. Afghan War, yep. Very doctor-like, yep. Oh, yep. All the deductions. Deducing everything about him. Okay. Uh, yes, Miss Hudson is the real hurdle here. The Bugle Tavern, okay. Now I'd have to double check, but I'm fairly certain when he ran into but when he ran in to check on Sherlock, he completely ditched the cane, right? Yeah, he's got it back now. I wonder if they're going to have the cane scene in this. Yes. Sure. Yeah. How long you got? Who Wow. Yep. Completely surprised. Who the hell's this? This is gonna be a police detective? Ah, this is Lestrade. Okay. Okay. Sure. Let me guess, there's been another suicide, but there's a note this time. Please. Consulting detective, there it is. Oh, we can't this time? Count Treba, okay. Murder. Message written in blood. Let me guess what that message says. It's gonna be Rach. Oh shit, no, they're changing it, okay. They're not going with it. You gonna arrest him? Yep. Okay. They are deviating. I like it. Still using the core idea of a message written, though. Just they're changing the perspective of it. I like it. Doesn't care. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy, what is you? Gregson, okay. Oof. Alright, Sherlock. Calm the sass. Uh-huh. Hudson doesn't like him either. These are all going to be easily explained. Okay. They're all just trying to pin it on him. It's quite overwhelming evidence when you think of it that way, but makes sense. Right. Is it Moriarty involvement, though? I mean, he's implying Moriarty, but the original Studying Scarlet never had Moriarty, but that's fine. Why would the suspect see anyone out near it? Of course he does. Mm-hmm. I feel like Mrs. Hudson might be kind of used to this by now. Well, obviously, they have nothing on you two. Yes. Alright. Alright, enthusiastic. I have no idea how they've managed to clear this, but let's go with it. Fancy ass place. Here's our crime scene. Multiple bullet wounds. Looks like 3. And then bloods. Wait, if he's been shot 3 times like that, how's he had the consciousness to write that? Well, okay. Immediately suspicious. Also suspicious. 4 bullet wounds, actually, not 3. Okay. Uh-huh. Did she hear the gunshots? But she never heard gunshots? That's suspicious. Okay. Could have been a false scare. Nothing suspicious about him, but... Okay. So he was a victim. Hard of hearing, wouldn't have heard a gunshot, I guess. Why do I feel like that vase... No, a gunshot should have travelled outside the mansion to the girl that was waiting, I'd have thought. It's not like they have a very efficient silencer in this age, I don't think. Well, Sebastian did have one, I suppose. Point blank pistol, okay. Right. Then how did he write? How would he have the time to write that out? Yeah, no. He pocketed something. Also, if there's no other blood spatters, that means he was already sitting down there when he was shot. Right. He wouldn't be alive enough to do it. Okay. And he hasn't got anywhere near enough time to do that. It's not a lot to go on, but it's something. Okay. Okay. Doesn't have to be a man, though. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all kind of haphazard. Why need 4? So no fire in my experience. Mm-hmm. Hmm. So potentially a hired killer. Although you wouldn't hire someone as an amateur, would you? So there was multiples. So the mastermind would give all the information. I mean, they're kind of implying Moriarty at this point, but I don't think this is a Moriarty case. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're gonna cliffhanger it, goddammit. I love this music. Personal grudge. This might be a test of his abilities by Moriarty. Oh? What did we just pocket? Okay, we're back to the red vision, so is this Moriarty now? Or just the killer in general? I think we are implying it. Yeah, okay, it was all a Moriarty plot, okay. Alright, so I am right. Cool. They're kind of following the BBC drama. The Benedict Cumberbatch one. They're kind of following it in the same way with that plotline. I mean, obviously they're using stuff from the original work as well. Incurable disease, he's gonna die soon anyway. Now they're utilizing that, but again, Moriarty being involved was not part of the original as far as I'm aware, but it was in the BBC version, and it is now in this version as well. By the way, I apologise if there was a cut about 14 minutes or so in. My internet died for over an hour. This recording was hell. I don't think we have an after credits here, do we? Well, I think we'll have a next time on with the flash of images as we normally do, I think. Studying S Act 2. We're getting no image previews though. Alright. Very good, very good. That was very enjoyable. So yeah, they are mimicking a lot of the BBC drama stuff here. With Moriarty's involvement. Kind of, sort of, kind of. But again, it's really, really well done. The Sherlock Watson dynamic so far, not not hugely explored, but then again, this is their first time working together, so it's natural that it wouldn't be. I did want to go back to when Watson first came running in to him, because I'm fairly certain... Okay, so yeah, the way they're dealing with it, like, so from the BBC version of the show, which is what I'm most familiar with, him walking with the cane is much more prominent in that, at least in the first episode, because of the shock that he endured in the war. It appears as though this show is not looking to exploit that at all as a potential option, because he's walking up the stairs perfectly fine, unassisted with a cane. It seems more for show than anything. So it would appear as though that's not going to be a main story arc, at least. And he does throw it away, but only once he's getting to test. So yeah, it looks like they're not going to explore that side of his character. That's fine. I think that was a BBC original decision anyway, if I remember correctly. And also, it never played into the show again after the first episode, really, so I guess it's not that important. Anyway, yeah, this is all a mastermind plot by Moriarty to test Sherlock. I got it. I'm genuinely quite surprised, but then again, to follow Sherlock entirely on his own case that has nothing to do with our main story and Moriarty would not really happen. There wouldn't be much point of it, and people would arguably see it as a filler episode, even if it was background episode for Sherlock and Watson and the antagonists to our protagonist Moriarty. So it makes sense that he is manipulating strings to include this, and again, perfect deduction by Sherlock. Now, what was he doing? He went behind the desk for something, and he pocketed something. Let me just see what that was. Where was it? He looked to the desk as if he found something. And then he pops up from behind the desk. Some loose change, sure. And he pockets... What is that he's pocketing? Oh god, it's going to be impossible, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to have to go somewhere that's not Funimation to pull this episode up, because there's no way I'm going to be able to scroll through Funimation's player that effectively. It's just not going to work. So, let's see. I'll put it down to half speed. Inspect the body. Thought there might be loose change. Stop clowning around. And he's holding something shiny. Golden shiny. Other than... Let me just see. Stop clowning around. Up you pull. Yeah, something golden shiny. Possibly a ring of some description? I'm not quite sure, but then he slips something to John, right? Let me just see what he slips to John real quick. Seems like he slips a note to John. Let me just see. Again, this police officer is just so intent on getting Holmes to confess. Yeah, he just puts like a note of some description in his pocket. Probably saying, go ask so-and-so about this, I think. He's probably going to send John off, because Sherlock's going to have to go back to the prison now, because he said what he has to. Now he's going to go back into the jail cell. So he's probably passed a note off to John and say, go say this to this, or find this person and you'll have help or something. Maybe one of Sherlock's connections, maybe the Homeless Network, since he uses... again, in the BBC one, at least I know he did use the Homeless Network to find information and such, so maybe he's slipping that, but he's telling John to go find something that will help in this case, at least. Okay, so we have our suspicions already. And yeah, we know it's going to be this guy that's doing it. Now, I wonder how his overall motive is going to change from the original. I'm curious to see how they portray it. But they kept the terminal illness in. Moriarty's pulling the strings. Just as a means for testing. This is going to be very interesting. I'm enjoying this a lot. And honestly, for a completely Sherlock-based episode, this was very entertaining. Like, I didn't miss Moriarty really at all. Like, it was a nice little reveal at the end to show that, yes, he is the one manipulating and pulling the strings, and Sherlock has pretty much deduced something's going on. He's even made the link, obviously, back to the ship, because that's one of the more recent times he's noticed someone like this. And yeah, we're starting to build up towards our confrontation. So next time, we'll probably find the person that was involved. We'll see Sherlock's way of handling it, because Sherlock's not just going to hand that guy into the police, more than likely. So we'll see what he does with that. And then that will be part 2 of Study in S. And that will leave us with 3 episodes, correct? Because it's a 12-episode season. Yes, so Studying Scarlet part 2 will be next week. Then that leaves us 3 episodes to either have one big scene or a small and another dual episode. Or this could end up being a 3-parter, but I don't know if they will do a 3-parter for Study in S. Be interesting, but I don't know if they've got enough to... I don't think they've got enough to stretch it out for 3 episodes. Not... Well, we'll see. We'll see. They might now switch... They might switch now to Moriarty's perspective in setting all this up, and then the 3rd part, we'll have the final conclusion of that part. Maybe. I don't know how they're going to do it, but... Very interesting, and I'm enjoying the show so much. I'm really annoyed that I had internet issues in the middle of this, because I was actually really goddamn enjoying this. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments, what you thought of the episode. How you're finding the show's going, how it's doing versus like the original works versus adaptations, etc, etc. You know the drill. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the full 2020 lineup you can find on my channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.